record. We are recording this webinar and we will make it available in our YouTube channel. I will send the links to everyone. I'm very excited to introduce our very first of the year Employment, Health, and Wellness webinar series for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. It is hosted by the HealthMatters Program, and we're located at the Department of Disability and Human Development at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and we're partnering with Project Search. The webinars are funded by the Ohio Developmental Disabilities Council from the U.S. Administration of Community Living Grant, and also the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Grant Healthy Brain Initiative. The contents are solely the responsibility of the authors of the webinar and do not represent the official views of ACL or CDC. So today's webinar is a Wellness at Work, Dynamic Applications of the HealthMatters Program in New Mexico Project Search programs. It is the title of the webinar is slightly different, but it's basically HealthMatters Program and Health Promotion and Project Search sites, specifically in New Mexico. Just really briefly, this webinar will describe the work that is being done across 6 Project Search sites in New Mexico that have implemented HealthMatters Program. Presentation will include the feedback received from Project Search teams who have delivered the curriculum, including any adaptations to the implementation structure, materials, and resources. We will also hear from several interns that are participating in the program. So I wanted to give enough time for all of our presenters to introduce themselves, and I will start with Alex. Alex, take it away, and welcome everyone.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alex Rios, and I am an education specialist with the University of New Mexico Center for Development and Disability, Partners for Employment. I'm also one of the program coordinators for Project Search here in New Mexico, and I am joined here today by some of our superstar Project Search interns and our instructor, David Palanchak from the Gallup Project Search Program. David, would you like to introduce yourself and have the interns introduce themselves?
Sure. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for having us. My name is David Palanchak. I am the instructor here for Gallup Project Search at the Hilton Garden Inn. We have our interns that are going to share a little bit with you today about the Health Matters and what they've been learning and their health goals. We have Devi Charlie, who is from the Gallup, New Mexico area. We have Ontavio Begay and Crystal Shirley, who come all the way from Twin Lakes. We have Sequoia Zuni, who comes to us from Zuni Pueblo. And we have Demetra Haswood, who is located here in the Gallup area.
Thank you. So a quick information about my organization I work for, Partners for Employment. We are a statewide collaborative that helps to improve competitive integrated employment opportunities for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Our partners are the University of New Mexico Center for Development and Disability, the Department of Health's Developmental Disability Supports Division, and the New Mexico Public Education Department Division of Vocational Rehabilitation. Our mission is to build capacity by providing training, technical assistance, and opportunities for networking and collaboration. So for those of you who may not be totally familiar with Project Search is a school-to-work transition program that works with young adults with intellectual disabilities, 18 to 22 years old, to get real-world job experience. And our programs here in New Mexico are at Holloman Air Force Base, the Gadsden Independent School District in Las Cruces, UNM Hospitals, Presbyterian Russ Medical Center, who you will be learning a little bit more about later today, the Hilton Garden Inn in Gallup, who is also here to present with us, the Pueblo Poake, the City of Farmington, and the Embassy Suites Hotel in Albuquerque. So we have had Project Search here in New Mexico since 2014, and we have grown and grown and want to keep that going. So a little bit of a timeline of how Health Matters came to be integrated into our Project Search program. I used to be a job developer over at the Embassy Suites program, and we started to recognize that the interns, as they started to get into their jobs more, and their schedules changed and their work environment changed, they started to experience different health outcomes, such as, more dehydration. They were really tired during class time. Lots of different stressors coming in that they hadn't experienced before. And the team and I realized that, okay, let's start doing some health initiatives. Let's start working with the interns to help them understand more so about the things they can do with their health behaviors to improve their experience in Project Search. So we took in the Health Matters paper curriculum and started applying it to our daily class time. And we focused on physical activity, nutritional choices, and stress management. And then we started to adapt some of the curriculum to some activities that we thought would be good for those interns, such as water drinking challenge and Zumba on Fridays. And we really just started to make health a core component of our program. And over the next couple of years, more sites, as they came on board, started to incorporate Health Matters as well as just a standard best practice. And then when the pandemic hit in 2020 and the virtual health coach program was released, we were able to get 6 sites on board to participate in the program, including the Gallup site. And it was just a really great opportunity for the interns to connect with each other, to focus on their health at home so that they could be more prepared to go back into the workforce when the time came, which is now. And so today, now we have 5 Project Search sites who are actively using Health Matters on a weekly basis as part of their curriculum, and they are actively applying those lessons they're learning in their daily life on site. So David, do you want to share a little bit about y'all's experience with the virtual health coach program that you did?
So a lot of the Health Matters program, again, thank you for having us. So when I was first introduced to the Health Matters curriculum as a health coach during the pandemic, I saw a lot of good potential for how our interns can benefit from the lessons and help them stay healthy. Now we continued that we started last year and we continued that to this year. And we've implemented a lot of different lessons that incorporated strategies on how to handle stress and manage stress when they're on the workplace. Also how to use the nutrition guidance from myplate.gov to help our interns plan for meal planning. And also use their body safely while they're at work. So we've been using a lot of those Health Matters curriculum and different lessons just to generally, let the interns decide what their health goals are for themselves, because each one was different. Each one has their own, health goal that they want for themselves, and to build their their uh, their endurance for being employed. When they're on the job, they have to have that stamina to work that 8-hour shift, and so that almost all interns, that's a big adjustment coming from a school environment or even coming from the home environment. and trying to adapt to work. So you know, having drinking water, all those things our interns needed to do to stay healthy and also to be safe on the job, and has allowed them to be more competitive and ultimately lead to better outcomes for employment.
Thank you, David. Yeah, and the newfound independence that is experienced with participating in Project Search and going from school to then total workplace immersion, it does present a lot of opportunities for personal decision making. And there's new food environments, such as, you know, there might be a staff cafeteria where there's a lot of different options and that they might not have had if they were still at school. And so really learning how to choose, okay, well, what's gonna give me fuel today, and or what's gonna make me tired at the end of the day. And Health Matters has really helped with honing in on those types of topics with the interns. And like David had mentioned, that body awareness becomes really important for them when they're having to do different physical tasks at work and use their bodies in a way that's safe and protects them from injury. So yeah, those are just some examples of why we feel like it's so important to prioritize health and the Health Matters program and Project Search. And here are just some examples, like David mentioned earlier, of how some of the sites have adapted and incorporated local resources and adapted the program to fit the needs of the interns and the different types of skills that they're learning. So, for example, one site, the Embassy Suites site in UNM Hospital, they would have Mindful Mondays. And so Mondays were, during class time, were focused on relaxation and stress management strategies, such as meditation, talking about your feelings, stretching. And it was just a great way for us to be consistent about honing in on those stress management skills so that they could use them throughout the year. And then New Mexico State University works with the ICANN program through SNAP, which is, David, can you remind me of what that stands for, the ICANN? It's they focus on nutrition and cooking. And so Farmington Project Search has partnered with them to do some virtual sessions on reading labels and learning how to cook with healthier ingredients. And then we have some sites that would have different days that are themed around different topics in health. So, like I mentioned, Mindful Monday, we'd have Fit Friday, where one of the interns who was also a Zumba instructor would teach Zumba to us. And that was a really fun way to end the week. And then we also, during the 2020, we were able to get a bunch of sites together and do a Tabata Tuesday event, which we did virtually. And the instructor, Terry from the Embassy Suites program, led everybody through a workout that is structured like a Tabata, which is a type of exercise format. And we had music, and it was just really fun to be able to come together through health in a kind of stressful time. Oh, and thank you, Beth. Looks like Beth put the ICANN information in the chat for us. And so, oh yes, and it stands for Ideas for Cooking and Nutrition, and it's funded by the SNAP program here in New Mexico. And as David mentioned, the Gallup site, as well as several others, use myplate.gov to help them with meal planning. And the Gallup site, you all, as you mentioned, are working to do weekly menu planning and cooking lessons. So, David, would you like to add anything in regards to some of these adaptations that y'all have done?
Sorry, say that again?
Is there anything else that you would like to add to these adaptations that the different programs have done and including your site?
Really, I just wanted to stress how beneficial that these Health Matters program and curricular has been for our interns. Each of our interns have been able to get something out of it to help them develop their own health goals and what to help them improve their own life and make healthier life choices.
So we were able to work with Presbyterian Rest Medical Center Project Search and the Gallup Project Search program to get some real-time feedback from the interns and the instructor as far as what their experience has been like integrating Health Matters into their Project Search experience. So I have a little bit of feedback here with some pictures. Ben Vigil is the project search instructor and at the Presbyterian Rest Medical Center site and a virtual health coach. I think Ben is here with us today. And they use the resources and lesson plans weekly to help the interns with their daily job tasks and diet. And they have seen an increase in their confidence and just overall physical ability in order to perform more physical functional work tasks. And the parents have even seen an increase in activity at home and being more confident as well. So that's a picture of them bowling together. And as you can see here, another opportunity that Health Matters presents is that peer-to-peer example setting and leadership, in the sense of leadership through making healthy decisions and setting examples for each other in a positive way. And so you'll see Marcellus here. He is open about the fact that he's trying to eat more salads and drink more water, and he's doing it more than he's ever eaten burgers and cheesecake this year. So that's an accomplishment right there. And as you can see, you know, they're able to share with each other their experiences and their challenges with trying to make healthier decisions and also being compassionate with themselves and each other. So we asked all the interns, you know, why does health matter to you? And these are just some quotes from the interns as far as why they feel like health matters to them. And you'll see here from Charlie that it's helped him to improve his endurance and he has energy all the time. And staying healthy helps me at my job because I have good energy and also helps me work without stress. By having a good health, I will be in a good mood and have a better attitude. And Andrew says that my health matters to me because it will help me feel good about myself, be more active, and be able to help the people around me and the patients. Being healthy is going to help me be more positive and get my job done. Staying healthy will help me in my job by helping me stay awake and be more confident in my job, and that will make me a better worker. It will also make me stronger and less stressed. I will also be more focused at my job. And at the hospital there, they have an outdoor space where in the middle of the day they can go and walk laps and get some physical activity in. And Anaya, my health matters because I can be more positive and kind to people when I am healthy. I can get more sleep, be more active, and I can get stronger. I get to be outside more and take more walks. I can stay healthier at my job by remembering to eat a healthy breakfast and lunch while I am here. I can stretch more when I wake up and before and after work. If I exercise more often and take longer walks, I can get more of my steps in during the day. Here we have a really nice looking salad here from one of the interns. And Marcella says, my health matters to me because I want to get stronger. I feel more active when I am cleaning, using the vacuum, dusting, picking up the trash, and being able to push patient beds to the PACU and from their room. So he's got a pretty physically demanding job there. Staying healthy helps me at my job by eating a healthy lunch and getting lots of exercise in my job in EVS or patient transport. It also helps me stay positive at work and in the community. And Lauren, she says that my health matters because it helps me become more flexible, keeps me feeling positive, feeling good, and helps me improve my attitude. Being healthy helps me in my job at the hospital because it shows me how to become responsible and more compassionate to people. Staying healthy helps me at my job by giving me more energy and gives me a sense of awareness. It also improves my memory and keeps me alert and awake so I can focus on my tasks. So these are some of the key messages that were coming from the interns' feedback. This boost in sense of self-awareness and endurance, more positive attitude, more energy, more sleep equals all of those things. Being active at work is related to being active outside of work. Staying alert and focused, and just an overall boost in self-confidence. So now I'm going to kick it over to David, and he is going to present the interns on their experience using Health Matters.
Good afternoon. So our Health Matters site, I'm going to give you a little history. Our Health Matters site started about 7 years ago. We'll be in our 8th year next year. We partner with New Mexico DVR, Department of Voc Rehab, Navajo Nation Office of Special Education Rehab Services counselors, as well as the New Mexico Department of Health and DDSD. And also we partner with San Juan Center for Independence to help provide a community approach in supporting our adults with exceptional needs transition to employment. We've adopted the Health Matters curriculum and lessons to help interns understand the importance of being healthy, to help them obtain and maintain competitive employment. Last year during the pandemic, we were one of very few, if not the only project search site to have a 100% employment rate. And we are on track to have to duplicate that this year, with 2 of our interns already having offers for employment. So with that, I would like to give them over to you and let them share what they've learned from the Health Matters curriculum. And I'd like to present Sequoia Zuni. He can let you know where he's working at.
My name is Sequoia. I'm an intern at Project Search. I am currently working into the front desk job at Spring Hill Suites. I've been learning about health benefits and nutrition. An example is that I choose to be vegetarian and trying to be healthy, and I try different diets to eat healthy, such as like vegetables and fruits, but not just like plain vegetables and fruits, but more than that. But I do eat like other like vegetarian options, such as like veggie pizza, veggie burger, and many other things that I can eat. And I do drink water more often, and sometimes I do drink soda whenever I feel like it too, and get all the taste buds. And I do work out, just mainly just yoga. So that's it. All right.
Thank you, Sequoia.
You're welcome.
I'd like to also next introduce you, Demetria Haswood. As you can see from the picture, she's working on the Continental Breakfast, but she's been looking at the myplate.gov to help her identify the different nutrition.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Demetra Haswood. I am in my third rotation at Spring Hair Suits, and I interview for the position as a server for Continental breakfast, laundry, and housekeeping. I would like to share how my plate.gov has helped me understand how to prepare a healthy lunch and breakfast. I drink plenty of water and also do a lot of walking, and this makes me feel much better. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Demetria. One thing I'd also like to mention is that all of our interns currently have their safe food handlers permits, which also helps them identify and how to handle foods. Now I'd like to present to you Ontavio Bigay.
Good afternoon. My name is Antaro Bessenbigay. I am a houseman job. I have learned this year I go to bed early and I work hard at the hotel. Soon I drink a lot of water and I make my own lunch. Thank you and let me listen.
Thank you, Ontavio. I'd like to present to you next, Crystal Shirley.
My name is Crystal Shirley. I am an intern. My name is Crystal Shirley. I am an intern at Price Search. I'm currently working into a laundry job at Spring Hill. I learned from Health Matters that I stop getting McDonald's every morning. For breakfast, I drink a lot of water. When I'm working, I walk around at my job when I take breaks. When I get hot, so I don't get seizures. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
So yeah, Crystal, a lot of the interns, again, have their own personal health needs. And the good thing about the Health Matters program, it allows the interns to have that guidance and to make those choices on those health choices on their own independently on how to keep them safe and healthy while on the job. I'd like to introduce to you Devi Charlie.
Hello, my name is Levi Charlie. I am an intern at Project Search. I create working into a banquet job at the Hilton Garden in New Mexico. I have learned from how matter listen. I drink water to stay healthy. I am eating vegetables to stay strong and walking a lot to stay fit and working longer hours. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Devi.
You're welcome.
And those are our 5 interns that we've had this year. I'm really proud of all of them for the success that they've been having and the hard work that they put into in learning the health matters and what health matters to them, and identifying those goals in their own life where they can pursue their own health goals.
Thank you, everybody, for sharing your experiences with us. Yeah, it's every day that the interns are working, they're experiencing new ways that they can think about their health. And I think we've learned a lot today from how basic ideas of just drinking more water and exercising on a regular basis and, you know, choosing a vegetable over maybe something not as healthy every now and then does really make a huge difference in a person's ability to work and also keep their job. And so, as David mentioned, the outcomes for employment are not just being able to get the job, but also to be able to stay in the job that they have and do that job to the best of their abilities and have the tools to be able to do that. And having health knowledge is essential for that. So yeah, we are just super excited to keep rolling with the Health Matters program at our site. And we did end up ending our presentation a little bit sooner than what I had anticipated, but we would love to answer any questions that you all have. And here is a picture of a beautiful New Mexico sunset. And thank you all for having us here today.
Thank you,
everyone.
Oh, thank you so much. This is Yasmina again. We have a fairly large group, so if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. But I wanted to really thank all of our presenters, and I really love hearing from Devi, Antavio, Crystal, Demetra, and Sequoia. It really puts a stamp on health and health promotion and the importance of health promotion and being able to keep the job and being able to having a healthy body. It affects your quality of your job. It affects it affects others around you, other employees, and ability to actually work successfully. So with that in mind, while I'm waiting for questions, I wanted to ask the interns and David and Alex about what were the most important topics that you covered related to Health Matters program, and what were the topics that really helped the most in during the when you were doing the adaptations.
So I'll go ahead and start. So when we were presenting this, there's several different key areas of the Health Matters curriculum that we kind of focused on as it relates to work. The first was nutrition and exercise and how that can help build their endurance to stay on the job. Again, they're going from actual, sitting in a classroom all day now to they're working, and so their bodies aren't really they weren't at the beginning quite adept to working for 5 or 6 hours, with limited breaks. Whereas now, they're on the job, they're working successfully and maintaining that endurance through, again, eating well, drinking a lot of water, and nutrition. Tavio didn't mention this, but he's an avid stretcher. Before work every day when he comes in, he uses those stretching exercises that he learned through the Health Matters to help, get his body ready for work. As a houseman, he's got a heavy lifting to do, and he's doing a lot of that all day, pretty much on his feet. And so he's excelled at, they've all excelled at implementing, the healthy, making those healthy decisions in their daily lives. Another aspect that we really concentrated on was stress management. Having a new job comes new stressors. So we looked at a lot of the different strategies in the Health Matters lessons on how to manage stress through being organized, being being organized at work, making sure you get enough rest the night before, being planned, you know, and prioritizing your job tasks. Also exercise, and the most important one of all is when they are stressed out, what is the strategy on how they calm down? Each one has a different, some walk around, but a standard one that they all agree on was a deep breathing and just practicing the deep breathing and the meditation. Sequoia, he does yoga, and that's his form of stress relief. So I wanted to highlight those kind of areas that that we've used to help our interns again make those healthy life choices.
Thank you for sharing those experiences, David. I would say from other sites that I've spoken with, and also way back in the day when I was helping out with Project Search on site, one of the major lessons was the role of being physically active, engaging in physical activity, how to do it in a safe way and how often, and how that directly impacted a person's stamina at their job, and also their positive energy levels. When we started exercising even once a week as a group, we did notice a big boost in people's overall attitudes, and a better ability to focus after a long day of work while we were in the classroom. So that was very impactful. And then another one was drinking water. We, instead of saying you have to give up the sodas and you have to give up all of these unhealthy drinks, we really wanted to just focus on, let's just positively drink more water. Let's just add in water. And then we can talk about, the negative effects of drinking too much soda or sugary drinks. But when we get into that scarcity mindset, then we notice the interns didn't feel like they had a lot of options. And so if we just really honed in on, this is how much water you should drink and why. And then we did I remember Terry, the instructor at Embassy Suites, came up with the idea to give all the interns their own water bottle. And at the end of the day, we would talk about how many times they filled up their water bottle. And that would show how much water they drank through the day. And we really did see a major improvement in their overall energy when we were drinking more water and tracking it. So. And then I see that Beth she's asking, did the interns find that they were able to make positive changes with coworkers? So did they find that they had a leadership role at work in regards to workplace health? David, do you have any examples of that?
Yeah, most of their coworkers now have their own water bottles now at work. They see the interns have their own water bottles and making sure they're drinking and hydrating. And it's rubbed off on some of the other employees as well. So that's the most specific example on how what we're using in the classroom has kind of spread out into the workforce. So.
There was a question, how can a facility get started with such a program? And Alex, you can talk a little bit about our involvement and how we've kind of connected. I've put in just, if you're interested, you can contact me directly, or you can go to our website and HealthMatters Program. And we're happy to talk to you about it. I can add more to it, but Alex, you can just, if you can briefly, you and David can talk a little bit about our connection to you, and I can add to that.
Yeah, so many moons ago in 2015, I was at the Project Search conference, and the Health Matters Program book curriculum was given to all of us, and I brought it home with me, and it just became like my go-to. And so started after working at Embassy Suites and integrating the Health Matters program and the messaging. As more sites came along, we really tried to encourage them to integrate health, health education, and we passed along the Health Matters book. We made sure, people had access to the resources, and then we connected with you all. And as the years went on, and then when the program went virtual, and it really was a great opportunity for more sites to get involved. And one thing is that we do have sometimes some turnover with the on-site staff at different programs. And so one instructor who may have been utilizing the Health Matters program with their class may not be at the program anymore. So really trying to make sure we capture all the new staff, and not capture them, but like get in touch with them and get them linked in with Health Matters from the beginning, so that we could kind of standardize health education in Project Search here in New Mexico. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. And I wanted to.
Yasmina and Beth have been really awesome in providing technical assistance and great communication with us with anything that we need.
And the book that Alex is mentioning is the Health Matters Exercise and Nutrition Health Education Curriculum for People with Developmental Disabilities. It is available for, on Amazon for purchase. However, I wanted to mention that through our Centers for Disease Control and grant, Healthy Brain Initiative grant, and I've seen many of the attendees today actually are participating in our virtual version of the Health Matters 12-week Health Matters program. And we are able to offer the training for free to any organization that's interested in implementing the program. It doesn't have to be a Project Search site. We just partner with Project Search sites because we do believe that work and health are interrelated. So we want to make sure that health promotion is included in the work training programs. Anyway, we offer the trainings twice a year. I've provided some links, and you can contact us directly and we can talk more about getting you trained in or getting you to participate in the program. Please let me know if there are any other questions, but while I'm waiting for questions from the audience, I wanted to ask a couple of questions of the interns. One of them was, what were their barriers and supports did they experience while they were trying to implement their health promotion goals? So I'd like to hear if anyone has anything to kind of comment on that. And are there any health related topics that they would like to add that they're not in those 36 lessons, or that they have covered so far during the Health Matters programming?
I think David's communicating with the interns right now.
Okay, thanks. Sounds good.
Oh, there they go. There they are.
Ask her. Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. So the first part of the question is, what are some barriers, and how did you see you were supported when you were trying to reach your health promotion goals? So for example, someone was saying, I used to get McDonald's breakfast, And was it hard to switch? I don't want to put you in the spot, but was it hard to switch to eating something, an alternative breakfast versus McDonald's? And how did that make you feel?
It
Crystal,
was
you wanna
hard for
answer
me
that
to
question?
switch from McDonald's to. It was hard for me.
So, yeah, so
It's like
Crystal,
skinny easy.
So it was hard and easy?
Yes.
What part was hard and what part was easy?
Crystal,
What?
what part was hard and what part was easy?
The part that's hard for me is that stop eating McDonald's. Like I stopped getting McDonald's.
So the easy part was that telling your dad not to buy you McDonald's anymore? Was that the easy
Yes.
part?
Yes.
Were there any other, thanks Crystal for sharing that with us. Did any of you all have any other struggles or hard parts with making healthy decisions? Can any of you talk about what might have been hard for you to change in your health this year? Or what was easy? Were there some things that were easier for you to change? You can think
Sure,
about it.
something that they all had to adjust to is when proper hydration. So maybe I don't know if anybody wants to talk about that, about how you guys handled having to drink water, making sure you drink water all the time.
I used to drink energy.
Mine is hard for me is energy drinks. I usually drink energy drinks all morning, but the hardest part that it's my health. So I started drinking water mainly when I'm doing working, and I stopped drinking energy drinks on my work days.
Did you notice with changing to water, did you notice how it made you feel?
What's the question?
Me too.
Can you repeat that?
Did after you stopped drinking energy drinks and started drinking more water, did you see any differences in how you felt? Did you notice anything different?
No. Using full energy. Full energy.
So you had more energy without the energy drinks than with
Yes.
them?
Yes.
Good observation.
One other question for the interns. Is it a team effort to be more healthy, or did you have the feeling you have to do it yourself?
More like a team. We do it as a team.
So you support each other as a team.
Yes.
Did it help to have your own water bottle to increase your water drinking?
Yes.
Are there any other topics you would like to learn about that are related to health?
What's that mean? Can you rephrase that? Can you rephrase that? Like the question, what it means?
Oh, is there anything else that's related to health that you would like to learn about? Like you learned about drinking more water, you learned about managing stress, you learned about nutrition and being physically active. Are there any specific topics that are kind of more detailed that you would like to learn about?
No.
Does everyone know how to cook?
No.
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 Who
I
would like
do.
to learn how to cook? See, there's a new topic. Great, thank you so much. Is there, there's another question. Is there a specific water bottle that is preferred? I think people would like to, you know, get more details about some of these pieces.
Yeah, I drink
Oh, go ahead.
any kind of water I drink. As long as water.
As long as it's water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta have a lid too.
And we got the stainless steel 24-ounce water bottles because they're really easy to carry around, and they keep the water cold, and then it's easy to, you know, that the 24 ounces is definitely a more feasible amount of water to drink the entire one. And then, so if you get one water bottle down, then any other water you drink for the rest of the day is great. But it's really looking at, okay, 24 ounces of water. If I can accomplish that goal for today, that is a more realistic amount of water to drink, especially if, you know, the individual isn't used to drinking that much water. So we don't really, you know, we made sure that they were, you know, they're just easy to carry around, easy to drink out of, and easy to finish.
No, that's a great point. It's a manageable amount of liquid at the time. And also those bottles are also easy to clean too. We always had discussion on how to maintain and clean your water bottles. I also have another comment from Marcy, from one of the attendees. It's great to hear that you feel like a team about your health. Are you going to keep encouraging each other's health after you graduate from Project Search?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
It makes me feel good. I'm proud that you guys are gonna do that.
Great.
But it doesn't surprise me.
Are there any plans, David and Alex, to expand, to add more sites?
Yeah, we're always trying to work with every site to incorporate Health Matters to the best of their abilities. It's really dependent on, you know, if the instructor is able to take it on and really integrate into their curriculum, if they're open and willing. And as we bring new sites on, we definitely encourage them to utilize the program and be sure that they have access to all the resources. So yeah, definitely plans for that.
Yeah, I would have to agree. So one thing I presented just last Monday, our multi-vocational service option program at UNM here in Gallup. They basically they provide instructional training to students who are still in school. So when I mentioned about the Health Matters curriculum and was looking at their curriculum, they don't even address health at all when they're looking at, you know, teaching employment. And so that's one way you might get a couple more instructors They were really interested in learning about the Health Matters. I did show them the book that we have, and hope that they might they might join and become a certified health coach. So.
That's great. Oh, there's another question. How do you evaluate if a work site job physical requirements like stand for 4 hours is doable with strengthening with exercise versus deciding that 4 hours is too much? So either change how they do the job or decide a job with less standing or more moving is better. I'll post it to everyone so everyone can see the question.
But that is a great question. So it depends on each intern on their specific level. You know, most interns, you know, they can stand and do work for an hour to 2 hours. Some might need additional training to do it up to 4 hours. But we let that individual, you know, and work with that individual to help them increase that stamina. And a lot of the, you know, the lessons, you know, that we incorporate, you know, from the Health Matters teach that. And, you know, about, you know, getting enough rest at night. And if it's too much, then we incorporate breaks in there. You know, depending on the job and what the job tasks require that intern to do. As I mentioned before, on Tavio, he's working and staying busy and you know, on his feet for 4 to 6 hours. But he does get a break when he needs to. I mean, almost in every job, I think you will have a lot of, you know, be allotted a break after so many hours that they can take. If they need to. And we also work that out with the employer. If it's going to be a job that they're going to look at being hired at, what are some of the accommodations that they might need? And we do 4 to 6 employment plan meetings throughout the year. So we have you know, several different opportunities to address this in our employment plan meetings on what that specific intern is going to need to be successful on the job, and what supports are they going to need to help them to meet that that objective. So, but yeah, that's a very good question. It depends on each intern.
Thank you. Please let us know if you have any other questions. We have about 2 minutes left. Other than that, any parting words from any of the presenters? I wanted to thank you so much, and it was such a pleasure meeting everyone and hearing from actually interns that have gone through the program. So I'm very excited about that. Any parting words?
Well, I would just like to thank the Gallup Project Search interns and David for working with me on this and being open to sharing your experiences. And also thank you to the interns at the Presbyterian Rest Medical Center and Ben V. Hill for submitting their insights into how they, why health matters to them, and sharing their awesome pictures with us, because you know, it's just great to have an inside view into everybody's world, and we're all learning from each other every day. So thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of the day, everyone.
Thank you all. That was wonderful. Great job.